Greetings. I'm here looking a mess again because I haven't brushed my hair in a few days. Yeah. Also, this hair is going to be gone by the time this video goes up, which is a little bit sad. Anyway, today I'm making rhubarb cake. I've never tried this recipe before. I found it randomly on the internet. We're having a book club meeting tomorrow. I got distracted by a magpie in my yard. I took down their nest and they had best not be trying to make it again. But don't you dare. Anyway, yeah, random recipe found on the internet, so here's hoping it turns out. Okay, let's roll. I think I have all the ingredients on hand, which is useful to do, you know, it's good to have them. I actually let my butter go to room temperature this time, which takes some foresight, but today I did it. Also, I don't think it's going to be really audible, but sorry if you can hear the air conditioning going. Okay, what am I doing? 1/2 cup of butter. So a cup of butter. I'm doubling the recipe because, yeah, book club meeting tomorrow. We started a book club, me and some colleagues. It kind of spiraled, and now there's like 12 people in the book club, but we'll see how it goes. It's our first meeting tomorrow for our first book. First one is, what's it called? Yesteryear? Spoilers if you haven't read Yesteryear. The main character is a really horrible social media influencer. Trad wife. Yeah. Something else. She's really unlikable. Like, she's really unlikable. I don't know if I've ever read a book with a more unlikable protagonist. Okay, I don't want 2 full cups of sugar. I need 1.5. That said, I have read some Joe Abercrombie books, and those characters are probably more unlikable. But those books in general are just a freaking slog. Like, I struggle. I can't read grimdark. It's just too much for me. Like, I can handle some grimness and some darkness, but like, A Song of Ice and Fire is basically as far as I'm willing to go, and even that is a lot. Sometimes, A Song of Ice and Fire being the Game of Thrones books, which I haven't read in ages because, you know, I don't think I've read them since A Dance with Dragons came out, 2011. Yeah. I was, you know, hoping for the new book, but I don't think it's ever going to happen, which is sad. Just also, like, I understand, you know, writing's not easy, but like, I feel like if you start a series, it's kind of a promise to your readers that you'll like finish it. I'm also looking at you, Patrick Rothfuss. So yeah, it's really frustrating when it just doesn't get finished. And like, George R.R. Martin hasn't written anything in like 15 fucking years, which is crazy. Like, I'm sure he's written things, but not a book. Like, I want a book, damn it. Yeah, it's frustrating. I didn't get eggs out. That is what I am missing. I'm also not looking at the order of operations here. I'm just looking at the list of ingredients and going from there. Two eggs. Do I want 2 eggs? Yes. Oh, these aren't at room temperature. Too bad. What's done is done. Oops. Sorry. And I'm not separating them and just using the whites because I can't be bothered right now. Also, I have an absolutely stupid amount of mint covering like every surface of my kitchen right now except for this one, which only doesn't have mint on it because I moved to the mint elsewhere. Because there's this plant in the like flower patch in the backyard. I was like, I hope that's not mint planted directly in the ground because it's quite it's spread a lot. And yeah, I just hoped, and then finally I like crushed a leaf and like, yeah, it's mint. Some dumbass put mint straight in the ground. And so yesterday's task was digging it all up And then because I can't just let it go to waste, I have to spend 2 hours stripping all the leaves off. Let me tell you, it was a lot of mint. Like, even getting rid of the leaves that weren't the best, I ended up with half a bucket full of mint, which I think is like 6 gallons of mint. It's an insane amount of mint. Yeah, so I don't know what to do with it. 1.5 teaspoons. Oh, wait. Ooh, we're going for a tablespoon of vanilla. Go hard or go home. I'm just assuming a couple is a teaspoon. That seems like a really excessive amount of vanilla. I don't know if that was 4 or 5, but it's fine. It's fine. So, yeah, of course, I posted a picture of my mint on my Facebook, and everybody's like, oh, make mojitos. I'm like, I have enough for 1,000 mojitos. And I didn't have any rum. I gotta let that. Well, as I was doing it, I was like, oh, I can't wait to have a mojito. That'll be so nice. And then I was like, yeah, I don't have any rum because I drank all my booze before I moved, so I didn't have to move it. So I had to make. Oh, oven's done preheating. That was 2 teaspoons of salt. So I had to make an emergency liquor store run yesterday to get me some mint for mojitos. And luckily I already had some wine and some club soda, so I didn't need to deal with that. Okay. Yeah, let's continue with liquids. I want a cup of half and half cream or buttermilk. So what I have is half a cup of whipping cream that was frozen, so it's a little bit sus looking, but it'll be fine. And I'm gonna put half a cup of soy milk in because I don't have any regular milk. Something like that. Yay for rhubarb. I also moved my rhubarb this week. I'm doing all this stuff during a heat wave because obviously, well, it's not really a heat wave, it's just summer, which to me is a heat wave 24/7. Yeah, so I picked off all the rhubarb leaves so the plants will hopefully survive. So I have a lot of rhubarb. That's actually not that much, possibly because one of the rhubarbs had already been transplanted. How much lemon juice am I putting in? 2 teaspoons, something like that. That's how much lemon juice I'm putting in. I probably should have added that to the milk, but what else? It's fine. It's fine. Okay, and I'm baking when it's stupid hot outside. Okay, where am I at? Okay. 4 cups of flour. Seems like a lot of flour. I guess it did say that the. Wait. Wait. How much rhubarb do I have? I need 4 cups. It says thinly sliced. That's kind of variable sizes. Whoops. Okay. So I have 4 cups of rhubarb plus this much on my plants. And I'm supposed to toss this in flour, but that seems like too much work, so I'm not going to do that. Mostly because I don't want to dirty another bowl. 4 cups of flour. Seems, again, like a lot. 1, 2. I think I should probably do a little stir first. Anyway, book club, yesteryear. All that's scattered. It was a pretty good book. It's not really super up my alley. I'm very much a fantasy reader. And it's not fantasy, and I'm not one for like urban type books, I guess, like real life, modern day sort of thing. Like I don't like urban fantasy, I guess is what I'm saying. So yeah, I won't read it again. Books I really like, I'll read again and again and again. I'm looking at you, Robin Hobb. Uh, yeah, it was interesting. It kept my attention. Yeah, the protagonist is so unlikable. It's just like, ugh. I don't know how long that's been off center. All I want. How much baking powder? Why am I not seeing baking powder on this list? 2 teaspoons, 4 teaspoons. Hey, I didn't get any measuring cups dirty. This is why I just keep half a cup in my sugar container and a cup in my flour container. That goes a long way for keeping your measuring cups clean. And, you know, just also the reckless disregard for properly measuring things. Okay, it said the batter will be dry. It's dry. Concerningly dry. Just trust the process. Trust the process. It was really dry for cake. Taste test. Tastes like vanilla. Right, I forgot there was one little piece of rhubarb in there. It had a little momentary panic. Okay. It's hard to not overmix this. And how dry it is. Okay. Also, if you watch the cookie one, when I looked the recipe up, it turns out that it is indeed supposed to only make 12. Uh-oh, is my bowl big enough? This is going to be a struggle. Yeah, so I don't know if it's just one of those recipes that's really delicate. If it is, it's not made for me. I've made brownie recipes like that. It's like, weigh your stuff to measure it. Okay, no, I'm using my hand. Yeah, and that's not for me. This is a little bit sticky to be using my hands, but it's too hard otherwise. Okay, this is an interesting batter. I don't know if I've ever made cake this thick. Yeah, and if I have leftovers, if it's good, I'll save them for myself. If it's not good, I'll take it to snack weekend. Snack weekend's coming up at work. Also, I'm finally at the point where I paid a deposit for siding, which sucks. I don't like to just like send $10,000 away. Like, damn. Damn. Okay. Now I regret using my hands. Okay. Still tastes like vanilla. What is on the bottom? Probably egg. Got my greased pan. That didn't work out very well for me. Okay. Yeah, this is thick. She's thick. Yeah, I don't think I really need to worry about the rhubarb like settling in this. Just usually the purpose of. Oh my god, this is a workout. Yeah, usually that's the purpose of mixing it with flour. Sorry, you can't see what I'm doing. I'm trying. I'm failing. Okay, you can try and you can fail. It's one of my life mottos. Next step today is going to be stripping out some hair color after I eat the rest of this batter because oh my god, it's like glue. Okay. Squish. I'm doing the squish. No, I'm just using my hand. Okay. Squish. Yeah, I don't really see this rising super well. No, no. We'll find out. Also, I really need to level my oven. It's one of those things where it's kind of more of a two-person job, and I don't have two people. Phil's not going to help me. He likes to think he's a good helper, but he's really not a good helper. Okay. Okay. I guess that is that. It's gonna definitely be a rhubarb cake. That's for sure. And I think I'm supposed to sprinkle sugar on top. One thing I'm thankful for so far this summer is that I do not have ants inside, because my old place, well, it was in a basement, so I would have ants every freaking year, and it was such a pain. This might be a slightly excessive amount of sugar to sprinkle on top. Yeah, no ants so far, which is good. And I'm also thankful because I've got air conditioning. Hell yeah, I've never had air conditioning before in my life, and it's amazing. I was worried that the heat pump water heater creating air conditioning thing was a scam, but it wasn't. It works. It's on right now. Okay, I'm gonna bake this for 40 to 45 minutes, probably at least 50, 55, because it's doubled, and then I will be back. So it actually rose a lot more than I thought it was going to. Yeah, I don't know how to comment further on that, but it did rise. So I'm just gonna cut myself a little piece, just a little one. Okay, it kind of fell in here, so let's see. Yeah, it looks like cake. Take a bite. I'm glad I cut down on the sugar. It's pretty good. I hope. Shit. I just found a hair. Dang it. Okay, that's just on the surface. I hope it's just on the surface. Anyway, yeah, it's good. It's a little bit dense, even though it rose, but it tastes good. Anyway, that's that. Oh, don't mind the nail polish all over my hands. Bye.